Great awakening, everyone. All my videos are something like I always have a lot of things going on in my mind, but when I make a video, I'll say I'm gonna go ahead and just touch on this particular topic that's on my mind at the moment. So right now, I want to talk about artificial, well, what we would call artificial intelligence. So I would say robots, technology, machinery, etc. The thing with AI, the reason why we deem it so bad is because the emphasis we put on it. Because there are benefits to what we would call artificial intelligence, because it's very convenient. And what really made me think of this, because I have a few apps in my phone to where I may see a certain plant or a tree, I may see a certain insect or an animal that I don't know what it is. So the app that I have downloaded, I can just scan it, take a picture of that animal, plant, insect, etc. And it'll automatically tell me about that being. Because everything has a spirit, so I like to equate everything as a being, a living being. So technically, AI was at service to me. Now I say at service to me because that's exactly what AI is supposed to be. It's a service to us, or an assistant. Because I may see something then and there, but I can't run to a library and try to find it in a book. You know what I mean? You don't have time for that, Especially as we're moving up, and evolving, and the earth is evolving, fast, at a very fast pace. Some of us are happy, but we shouldn't be too happy because some of us aren't even ready, you know. But as a kid, I didn't like that show Star Trek, and really, I didn't really watch it. It just soon as it came on, you saw the big ship coming in, and it's like, man, this is boring. But now, thinking, as an adult, and also as an adult with, I guess you could say, with the third eye open, it's like, man, I should have watched that. I should have already got into it, because it's like that's kind of what we're going into. There's a lot of technical things that they did in Star Trek. Like some things that we think are ghosts and spirits are actually people or higher entities, transporting themselves in our dimension and going back. Remember on Star Trek, they were able to like touch a button, this little button, and they'll hold each other and they'll appear to somebody. Or even in the movie Black Panther, they had like a certain technical thing in their hand, and someone that could be talking to you. So I don't want to get off topic, but basically AI is supposed to be an assistant to us. It's supposed to be really of service to us. Now, what the problem with technology, what the problem with it is, the downside of it is that we've become so, because we're organic beings, we're nature based, you know. Now, we've become so compliant, and so what's the word I'm looking for? I need to just talk instead of trying to be politically correct all the time. But I don't want to turn anybody away. But we've become so reliant, is what I'm looking for, on AI, to where we become lazy. We don't want to think for ourselves. That instead of the AI being of service to us and being an assistant to us, it became our God. pretty much. Because AI was, like I just said, an assistant to us. We can handle our own, but every now and again, you need your assistance. And this is something that I'm learning right now. You know, I spent most of my life being a loner, and it's like, hey, you can't. It's not easy alone. It's like I'm actually reaping the consequences of it as we speak. However, back to the topic, we became so reliant on AI that now AI runs us. Well, we'll say runs them, but yeah, it runs us. It's become our God. And, I mean, shopping is done there. You get your food, don't get me wrong, because some of it is a benefit to me. I make a little money off of it, off of AI, but, when I say little money, I literally mean little money. But hey, in the times we in, me being an anti-vaxxer, it's beneficial to me. We are organic beings. We can't get out of tune with our nature. See, the thing is, we have to learn how to balance between whether it's good and evil, unnatural, natural, supernatural. Because we are intelligence. We are divine intelligence. We are supposed to be the master of artificial intelligence, but we are making artificial intelligence become our intelligence. Basically, we depend on artificial intelligence. Someone could tell you something that could be true, that could be very valuable to you, but you'd be like, nah, who does this person think they are? But you'll Google something on your phone and you'll be like, okay, I trust this. You didn't put your faith and trust in your phone, which is what? Artificial intelligence. Just another form of a robot. And I want to let you guys know something too. So I know you guys know, you can see that, I don't have many subscribers, this, that, or third, and you can see there's not many videos, but I make multiple videos every day. They either aren't allowed to get uploaded or they just get deleted without even anyone getting notified. Though it could be aggravating, but it also shows me I'm on the right path for what I believe in. Stand for something or fall for anything. Stand for something or die for nothing. I'm a rebel, you know. I can't help it. It's in me. It's in my blood. I'm not even gonna say it's in my blood, it's just in my spirit, it's in my soul, it's in my essence. Someone tried to fault me because I said, and I'm going off topic, but this just popped in my mind. But, I'm a so called, what they would call a black male, but I don't consider myself black. Why? Because black is void, black is non existent. I like to say, I'm not black. I exist. I'm primordial. What do I mean by that? I always was, I am, and I always will be. Which also means what? I was never born and I could never die. I just keep coming back. And many of you are the same. You know that goo, that black goo they say that's coming up in the oceans and the waters that's just popping up. That's us. That's you. Has nothing to do with race. A part of it does. But for how we look at it, it has nothing to do with it. Back to the topic. Artificial intelligence is your servant. When I say servant, I don't mean you need to degrade people, but that's all it is. Servant to you. It's more convenient. Hey, I don't know what this is. Like I explained in the beginning. I have apps in my phone that can identify certain trees, certain plants, certain insects, you know, ley lines, etc. That I can't just come up, even though we can, because really you're all knowing. You're all seeing, you're all knowing. But there's meditation has to be put involved, and there's work to it, because being that we've been, you know, knocked down to such a low frequency that it's like we have to do work in order to get these certain downloads. So sometimes we have to download these things through artificial intelligence to help us do these things faster. Because you don't have do these things faster because you don't always have time for which time doesn't exist, which is another subject for another time. But you don't always have time to, you know, download and meditate or do certain rituals, especially when you want to do something right then and right now. Now we'll say artificial, if you're really in tune, you can use your phone and type in something, you go, okay, that makes sense. And then you'll go within and you can build off from there. Run out of time, so. But I just wanted to touch on the topic of artificial intelligence, AI. You know, you are the master of artificial intelligence. You are divine intelligence. You are supreme intelligence. Great awakening.